Okay, everyone, I think we are live. And I'm making sure the amplifier is turned down so we don't get some kooky feedback. And we are going to switch cameras. We are 100% professionals here.
Yeah.
Guys, no introduction needs to be done anymore. Brian from Shenandoah Music. He's a professional tech, and this is his new bass. So tonight we're going to do a review on it. Well, Brian is doing the review tonight. So this is Brian's review, and he's going to demo the bass for you guys. I guess I'm just going to let you take it over, and I guess tell us why you picked that one.
It wasn't for the aesthetics. I promise you that. It had nothing to do with the looks. It was about the overall way the instrument played and felt. That's what won me over on there, because I was looking at this bass and a couple others, and I kept going back and forth with it, and finally I was like, I want to look past all that, and I'm going to go with what plays and sounds good. And I don't know, it kind of grew on me after a while, so now it's known as the Tim Burton bass or Jack Skellington. That's what its nicknames are.
I think it's cool looking.
It is pretty neat. It definitely grew on me. I know my wife, when she first seen it, she goes, "Oh God, not that one." And I think it grew on her too. If she's on here, she'll correct me if
Is it the color? What was it?
I'm not big on white like that.
White black contrast?
Yeah, I felt like if it's a little bit, I don't know, maybe a little bit more offish, I could make more peace with it. But I don't know. Like I say, at first I was, I didn't like it. But now, like I say, it grew on me.
You know what might have been cool? Firefly makes budget guitars. Mm-hmm. They have a finish like this, but instead of it being black and white, it's like a dark purple.
Oh, that'd been
with
great.
The black.
Yeah, see, I would have loved it on this.
And that looks pretty sharp, especially with the dark. So, maybe I did look it up when you told me what the model was. They have a black on black.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's gray and black. I'm not.
It's
kind of hard to tell in the photos because it's black.
Yeah, it's black, and it almost has like I don't want to say like a blue, but it's almost kind of like a bluish.
Oh, it's like a dark blue.
Yeah.
Beretta Vandy said humbuckers.
They actually don't consider these humbuckers. They consider them single coils. They have offset pole pieces on there, I guess, give more coverage per string.
And Samantha said he's so full of crap, he loved it from day one.
See, I told you she'd call me out.
Well, he needed an excuse. Well, I got a good deal. And, it's not really the one I want. The one I want's like $3,000, but I'll settle for this.
Actually, the one I wanted was $3,000.
Oh, my God. Okay, honey, I don't hear anything. I see, guys, I've been thinking about getting a 75th anniversary telly, the one that changes colors. $3,000.
Mm-hmm. You don't need
You're
to
still dreaming about it, aren't you?
Yeah, I am, but I'm not.
You're still starving for that thing?
I'm not. It's too much. There's actually one right now on Reverb used for $2,500.
Well, if you got rid of your entire collection, I'm just saying.
I do. There's very few guitars that when you look at, you're like, I gotta have it. But every time that's happened, when I actually play it, I'm like, pfft.
Yeah.
So I think I've built it up. Like I always wanted a Les Paul with P90s.
Yeah.
I built it up now. I think if I actually played one, I'm like, I've been talking this BS for 5 years and this thing sucks. So, so this was at the store and you just kept looking at it?
Yeah, and it's actually hung around for a while. A lot of folks played on it and stuff. Like, oh man, this thing, I love it. It plays great, but they couldn't get past the aesthetics. And it does. It plays great. And one of my favorite features too, because I know we're going to do a review, but I already made my adjustments because I needed it.
So that means factory setup is out the window.
But I can give you kind of an idea about where it was at, because it didn't take a whole lot of adjustment. But the truss rod, as far as getting it adjusted, it was close to the neutral position. So that means this has a really healthy neck on there, which makes me really happy.
I was we'll do it in the review, but that's kind of, I've seen the spoke wheel down there, but that's an actual,
it takes 4 mil.
oh, it's a 4 mil. It looks bigger in there. Okay, guys, we're going to start off now. We just did a new review last night with a completely new system. Brian is completely unaware of what he's in for.
Nope.
So we are going to start out the show with, I guess we can start right out at fit and finish. And guys, if you can't see it, it's yellow. I am going to change it, I think, to black so it's more visible. So
Fit and finish.
Yeah, the fit and finish. And basically that goes over, what the guitar is and how well it's put together, and does the neck fit in the pocket right, all that kind of stuff.
Okay, that's fair enough. Well, to start out, I know we got African mahogany body. The top here is ash, I believe, if I remember correctly. So they sandblasted it in order to give it this aesthetic and this feel.
It's walnut blasted.
Nice. I like it.
The reason they use walnut shells instead of sand, the sand will penetrate into the wood. The walnut shells hits and bounces off.
Well, if I want the sand.
Yeah. If you want,
cheated.
it'll give it a sparkle.
Ooh.
That's like a metallic in the clear coat.
Is that what they did with the Leo James?
I don't know what they did there, but that's really cool.
I like that guitar. I'll admit that thing's pretty cool. But anyways, a walnut blast, right? The top. There we go. I got it right. And that way, when they finished it, it's a polyurethane satin finish, and it's in a matte. So anyways, yeah. So we got the black and, of course, the white corresponds in there.
So on the back, is that stained? Or is that just a standard
flipper.
mahogany? That probably has a little stain on it.
I would think it'd have a little bit there on there. And of course, with the neck.
Ooh, what's that?
Oh, the Purple Heart.
Oh, that's Purple Heart.
Yeah, so they put Purple Heart through the neck. The wood here that we see is Panga Panga, or Ponga Ponga, however you want to enunciate that. I like
Panda
Panga.
Panda?
Panda Panda. I like Panga Panga. It's fun to say. So anyways.
Wow.
So anyways, that covers the wood. So for the neck and the fingerboard, same deal. Panga Panga. Here for the fingerboard.
It's Panga Panga on the fingerboard too.
Mm-hmm. Abalone for our inlays.
Those are pretty.
Yeah.
Let me change the camera. I want everyone. Can you get that thing up closer so they can see the inlay?
Let's see.
Check out the colors in them freaking inlays, guys. The blues and the greens.
Mikey wants to know if that was clickbait AI on the thumbnail.
No, I actually made that.
He did.
He come in and I was still working on the card. I actually do all the cards on the channel, guys. I create. I search the internet for a decent photo of the product, and then I manually enter in and do the cards. But the inlays, man.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
You could do like the Leo James here and the Ibanez Gem. It's fake.
Yeah.
Mother of pearl and stuff. When you see the real deal, it's so much more bling to it, It's not the fake stuff.
Nah, so the neck on this guitar is my favorite part. I love this neck. Love everything about it.
Yeah, it's pretty short.
And as far as the finish goes, because one thing I thought was interesting, I'll show you since you're up close here, but you can see right here where they kind of cut off the color, and it's almost like it has a binding. But it's not actual binding, obviously. But it's just where I guess they must have taped it off or something when they sprayed it. So seeing this in between the cap here and of course the body makes me wonder if maybe this here isn't stained.
I'm not sure. That could be two things. Either they could have run a scraper, and that is the raw ash, or it could be another layer of wood to stabilize the two. But I wouldn't think ash and mahogany would need a stabilization layer.
Yeah.
It could have been done just for aesthetics to give it that stripe.
Yeah.
I think it's cool, especially here. You can really see that variation of the wood right there with the stripe.
Yeah, and it's kind of nice. So it breaks it up a little bit, so it's not just,
No, I like that.
Yeah.
Here, it's not as noticeable, but when it gets into the rounded edges and it flares out, you can really see it. I like it better in the horn area, if
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah, that's the spot that really kind of sticks out. Let's stuff it in the camera's face so everybody can see what we're talking about.
Let me switch.
There we go. No, kind
So
of
you
put my
gotta-
thumb. Oh,
yeah.
come on. Where you at? Where
You
you
gotta
at?
go focus.
There we
There it
go.
is. Focus.
Come on.
There it is. That's pretty sharp.
Yeah. And it just kind of lightly goes around the whole top.
This route joint here to the neck, that's pretty tight.
But yeah, that's the next thing I was going to point out. If you look at the way the neck fits into the pocket, like you said, it's really tight. I haven't tried to pull this thing out to see how tight it really is.
That looks pretty tight.
But yeah, there's no gaps, nothing crazy going on there. And right through here is flush. So where the neck actually joins to the body. So I was pretty excited about that. I was like, okay, they got the craftsmanship down as far as that goes. Oops, there we go. And looking here at the back side, it's really hard to tell, hard to see. But looks like they got it pretty good through there as well.
Yeah, the pocket on the body is good.
I was half tempted to pull the neck off just to make sure that these screws
And
are not threaded into the body.
They've really rounded this edge over here too, guys. It really comes in and chamfers into the neck. And the big thing I saw with it, like on a guitar where the neck is thinned out, it always gets real thick before it goes into the neck pocket. This thing really doesn't change, maybe a millimeter difference in thickness where it enters the neck pocket. It just flattens out where they've eliminated the radius here. So you don't really have a hump there. When it comes out of the guitar, it's pretty much the thickness of the neck right out of the gate. That's pretty cool.
That's really cool. And even on my Yamaha, the one thing that kind of annoys me is right there on the neck, right before it joins the body, you have this awkward little hump here. And it doesn't affect nothing, but I'm just like, man, could y'all just smooth that down a little bit?
He's talking about right here, guys. We're on that camera. This little joint right here where they blended this in. Every transition has been sanded. That's pretty cool.
I will show later on where they sanded a little too much. But other than that, the only thing I can really talk about is the headstock cap here. And you're the one that told me it helps with stabilization.
It does.
So
All right, let me switch cameras again. You can put the
there
headstock
we
in there.
go. And you can see where the cap starts here. Of course, we got our panga and our purple heart through here. And we got a nice little cap there.
That is sharp looking grain on the side of that neck.
Yeah, I just
that
now have to
headstock.
see that.
That is freaking sharp looking. I like that.
But yeah, so far as the fit and finish goes, I mean, for me, I feel like they did a really good job on this instrument. They really took the time and, did fine little detail work to it that you don't see in a lot of instruments.
No, it's sharp, 100%.
So you ready for the little blooper reveal here?
Yeah, where's the blooper?
All right, so you like to feel in the necks, right? So I'll let you put that there. And I want you to take your finger, start here, rub all the way down there, and see. I know you're going to find it.
Right here.
Yep. That's the one little area that's a little wonky. It gets a little flat in that spot. So Ibanez, you did great, but I found a little spot.
Yeah, a little too aggressive right there.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's right up here, you don't feel it, and as soon as you move to here, you don't. It's got to be right there. Your thumb's got to be laying on it just right to detect it.
Yeah, and my thumb doesn't roll over like that anyway, so I didn't let it work. I didn't let it stress me. But that is the one little thing I did find out was,
It's also got a little volute right here, guys. Just a small volute. It's remarkably thin
yeah.
for a bass.
That's,
That's got to be 3 millimeters, 4 millimeters thinner than my Squire.
oh, wow.
I don't know. It's just it feels thin.
And it kind of makes you wonder, too, is if that's the reason why they put the titanium rods in his neck as
It's
well.
got titanium.
Yeah. What is the proper, let me see, what's the proper, the KTS, yes. Reinforced neck.
KTS reinforced titanium neck. I wonder why they went with titanium and not like carbon fiber like a lot of these manufacturers are doing now. I mean, titanium's light too. That's the whole point. Super strong, super light.
Yeah. It's supposed to be for sound response.
That makes sense.
Supposedly, right?
Well, that would be more resonant than carbon fiber. Carbon
Yeah.
fiber will dampen. A lot of people don't realize that, but carbon fiber, we use it on drones, and it dampens the resonance from the motors. So
Well, it's
that
like
makes
that
sense.
carbon fiber acoustic I have.
Right. Yeah. All right. We're going to move on to the next thing, and that would be instrument weight. And that would tell me it's over there. So you have to pull the meter and the weight gauge.
Oh, my bones are cracking. Man.
That was the one item I actually forgot to. You might as well bring the tester over too, because we're going to need that later too.
Well, that's cool, because there's something I know we can test with that right off the bat. Oh. All right, I'll let you.
Well, to do it, to get a proper weight, we have to pull this off. It influences the weight.
I got you. As long as you don't ask me to get on that thing.
Let me see. Unit. So we're on pound ounces, guys. Is it gonna?
Is it going to stabilize?
No, we're gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way. Looks like 8 pounds, 7.9 ounces.
Yeah, that's what it's looking like. Keeps bouncing to that.
Yeah, it keeps bouncing because of the way I'm doing it. So that's going to translate to like 3,680 grams. When you do this, just me moving it back and forth, guys, it kind of changes the reading a little bit.
How does that thing turn off? There it goes.
It'll actually automatically shut off.
Oh, nice.
I'm going to just shove that in there. There you go.
All right.
Let me get the cover back on.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, if you don't take this off, it changes the readings. All right, so there's our weight. And the next thing we're going to go over, guys, is the electronics. So, can you say that looks like a lot of stuff? So what are we going to go over, guys? We're going to go over controls. There's too many knobs for this guitar player to figure out, and you got 2 switches. So what's all this stuff do?
And I'm going to be honest, I'm usually not into all that. I'm more of a passive guy. I don't chase after that active tone or anything. It's not a big deal for me.
Okay.
So the beauty of this, and I'll start with this switch. So this top switch here is an active passive switch. So right there, if you flip it down, you're in active mode. Flip it up, you're in passive mode.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So, and I even tested that. I pulled the battery out just to make sure it did what it's supposed to do, and it does. So with these Nordstrand pickups that we have, was it Big Break? What do they call these things? It's on tip of my mind here.
I don't know. I when it comes to bases, I'm kind of lost.
I'm sure there's somebody on here that knows exactly what I'm talking about. But yeah, they're single coils, and there's 2 pole pieces per string on each pickup, so it gives you more coverage.
I think G&L guitars did something like that, 2 poles, and I think PRS does that as well.
I think you're right.
2 poles on a string.
So on top we got our active passive switch here. Now this here will change the band of your mids. So
it's like a fixed EQ?
kind of like it, but more focuses on your mids. So like on the bottom, it's kind of like more, you know, I don't know the exact specifications because like I say, I don't get too big into all this. But I know that on the down position, it's kind of like more on the lower end of your mids. Then it's more like kind of the center and then mids further up. Yeah, and I can demonstrate. That's the best way I know how to explain that. I don't ever really mess with this switch up.
Okay.
I just usually leave it down and that's about it. Of course, we have our volume, main volume, master volume. This here is a blend pot. So we can control our pickups that way.
Blends between the two?
Yeah, and that's why I love that feature. I'm not a big fan of having 2 main volumes per pickup. I like to be able to blend it.
Okay.
To me, it's just a lot easier. And of course, when we got down here, this one here is for our bass boost or cut, our mid booster cut, or our treble boost and cut. And if we have it in passive mode, this acts as your tone knob.
Well, I'm all about this one. It's all about
The
that
boost.
bass. You knew where I was going.
And of course, you know, we have the, you know, infamous barrel
Ibanez
jack.
Barrel jack,
Yeah.
yeah. I actually like the barrel jack's a pretty nice jack. It's very robust.
They really are. Are we wanting to take the back cover off and
Yeah,
look at that mess?
we can look at that. Let's take a look at inside.
Oh, there we go.
So I want to see how much of a wiring mess this thing is with all these pots and switches and.
I have not opened this cavity yet, and one thing I will say right off the bat, these screws are easy to come out, and the other beauty, I just now noticed, they're machine screws. Looks like they got a little happy with that one when they grounded it.
Yeah, the screw's been cut and
there we
ground
go.
off.
That must, I wonder what that is. But anyways, so that means they have inserts.
They have inserts.
Yeah, they have inserts in there.
So they've drilled the wood out and put inserts in the body and then used machine screws.
I do like
That's
that.
you never have to worry about stripping out the wood no matter how many times you take in and out the screws.
Of course, I'm fancy. I like it when they put the magnets in there. That must be some kind of shielding. I wonder if that thing's got shielding that.
Shielding paper, the shielding tape from when they wrapped it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there it is.
There it is.
Not bad.
That
So that is definitely.
we're just gonna turn on the other camera and you guys can yeah.
I dare you to
If
stick
one
your
of these
finger
comes in the shop, I'm just sending it to you. I'm just letting you know.
That's fine.
Oh my gosh. All right. Check this monstrosity out inside, guys. This is I got it on that camera. This has got some wiring in it.
Let's say this is the first time opening it. You know, that's not as bad as I've seen some others. Because some others, man, I can't even figure it out.
There's printed circuit boards, pots, all kinds of stuff going on in there.
Of course, that there is going to be our preamp.
Wow.
That is
All right.
crazy. Sorry, folks, I'm not trying to hook the mic while I'm talking, but
That's a lot of stuff. And this is all plug and play. So it has JST connectors. These little white connectors, guys, there's a push piece. You're going to push it and pull. And be careful. Don't pull by the wire. The JST connector is really fragile if you pull it by the wire.
yeah.
But if you do break one, it's not a proprietary thing. Just look up JST plug, and they're readily available.
See, I didn't even know that.
It was a lot of RC stuff uses the JST connector.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So here we got battery door. And it's still got the factory battery in it.
Yep.
It says GP.
I'm bold. Stick your tongue to it. Tell me how good it is.
No, I'm perfectly happy right where I'm at.
Yeah.
It's got a nice click to it.
I
It's
mean,
all right.
looking at this right off the bat, the one thing I'm seeing, and I know you see it too, veneer.
Yeah.
What's up with this veneer?
I'm looking at that, and it's been machined here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say what it is on the CNC program. This body has a little drop to it. Okay.
Okay.
Like this, where it's been sanded. When the CNC machine come through on the Z-axis, it reads the table flat.
Okay.
So when it machined this pocket, okay, this rabbet on this side was thinner than this side.
Okay.
So they had to put this shim in here to where when you put this on the guitar, it sets flush. Because the body is sanded this way.
Okay.
So if they didn't put that shim there, this would set below the body and this would set flush.
Fair enough.
So they've just added this shim plate here to kick the plate like that to make it match the body. That would be my educated guess on why it's done that way.
Makes good sense.
Could they fix it? They could. Ibanez can go into their program, and this looks like it's about a 64th of an inch shim. They could go in there and change the plane of this rabbet, this groove, this upper seat, like this, and the machine would actually, the head would articulate, and it would cut it, and it would change the Z-axis as it moved around.
So you need to get a job at Urshino.
Well, it's kind of, we're not going there. If anyone needs an arc light plasma table that costs $60,000, I got one for sale for $30,000. It's brand new.
Nice.
Reach out if you need one.
So-
Yeah, that looks nice, and I like the inserts. Just for what we said, you're getting in there working on it. The wood's never going to strip.
Yeah.
It's a permanent fixture. I really like that they put the inserts in there.
And they were really easy to get out too. I didn't have to, really force the screws
Tweak
out.
them.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I get a lot of guitars where, they just hammer the screws in, so they're fun to get out. And then I make sure I have to lubricate them stuff before I put them back in.
Yeah, that's quite sharp. And the routing in here, guys, the side walls, it's done very nicely. They, even they come out with the tooling path for every one of these inserts. It's not like there's only a 1/16 of an inch of wall. There's a good 1/4 inch of wood remaining around every insert. They thought about that. If you remove all that material and then you drill it for an insert, the insert expands when the screw goes in it. It's going to crack. So they've left meat in all these spots for all these inserts, and then still was able to route around all these little pots here at the bottom. That's a lot going on in such a little cavity. It's pretty short.
And that's the other important thing for me personally about having a active bass where I can flip it to passive as well, because if any of these decide to go out, then at least I have a backup plan. I'm not just like, oh crap, well now I got to special order one of these pots because it has this, circuit board on there.
Right.
And install it, and we'll wait for it to come in, which God knows how long that takes. Install it, et cetera, et cetera. What's your thoughts on the conductive paint?
I need to get another tester because I cut mine off and I didn't think for this. When I get the other tester, we will start checking for conductive paint. If they claim it's conductive paint, the only thing I see they did an error here is if you see they put shielding on the back of this, at no point do I see conductive paint coming over and touching any of these inserts. It could be here, But normally what you want to do is you want to put a piece of foil shielding tape and bring it up like this, and then bring it down and put a screw in it, and then terminate it to one of the pots, the grounds. That way when you put this cover on, it needs to be right where one of these inserts are. When the screw goes down, it forces this right on that piece of copper tape, and it creates a ground. Right now, this is not grounded.
Nope.
So it's really not acting as a shield.
Yeah, it's just
I mean,
there.
It looks like it's pretty close on the black, but shielding paint, if you ever use shielding paint on a guitar, it usually takes 2 or 3 coats before you get a really good conductivity. And I just don't see that around these inserts.
Nope.
So that's the only thing I see that they missed. And I'll be honest with you, I've only seen that on like 2 or 3 guitars that had that trick that I'm talking about, and they were all over $2,000.
Yeah.
So how much more would it cost? I don't think it's a lot. It's just something they miss, if that makes sense. Because people open this up, oh, look, it's shielded. But technically it's not.
No.
But they have thought, and they put squishy stuff on all this. So if this thing does bounce around up here and hit this, it's not going to rattle and carry on. I mean, it's well done. Because, see, they can only do so much with the JST connectors.
Yeah.
It's not like they're cutting a connector off and going, I need exactly 3 inches of wire here between this pot. So it's a pre-made wiring harness, and that's why you're seeing this extra wire here with the zip tie. It's not like a custom where I'm going to wire this wire from this pot to this pot, and I need exactly 2 inches.
Yeah.
This wiring setup probably goes on a couple different bases.
Yeah.
So I give them a pass on that. The only thing I see is the shielding thing.
Heck yeah.
Unless you saw something else that I didn't say.
No, I was looking at the same exact thing.
Okay.
I'm with you though, because most instruments I see that there's shielding paint in it, or in this case, both. We have the foil and the paint. I never really see it executed well.
Right. Well, shielding paint also degrades. Mm-hmm. And another problem with shielding paint, it's like a powder. It needs to be sealed. So if you put 2 or 3 coats of shielding paint in your guitar, get some type of sealer, like Thompson Water Seal, and put over top of it. And that one will get rid of that chalky stuff when you're working on it, and it'll bond it and seal it to the guitar so it doesn't flake off.
Jupe says that Kiesel uses real copper shielding, not paint.
Right. That is the best way, but it takes 5 times longer. So as much as this bass costs, this is like a $1,600 bass, it's still about them making money. So if they can have a person there with a little brush and put 2 coats in it quick, it may take a minute total versus someone sitting there with the copper shielding tape, folding it, making sure it's pressed in and tight and bonded properly. That might take 20 or 30 minutes.
It's really time consuming. I know a few times I've done it in the shop, and it's taken some time to get it right.
I only have one guitar that they copper shielded the cavity for the pickups. They copper shielded everything. Even the tubing where the wire goes through, there's literally braided wire.
Oh, wow.
That goes over the wire, and then on either side, they soldered it to the copper shielding tape.
That gone.
To shield the wire going through the guitar. It's crazy.
That's wild.
The NK Headless has all that.
That gone, really?
It's so impressive. And it was a shame because when I got it, the 3-way switch was wired wrong.
Of all the things.
All the thing, I'm like, wow, they wired the switch wrong. They did all this beautiful work. But to their credit, when I went to the switch manufacturer's website, they wired it to the switch company's spec. Mm-hmm. Their listing on what prong went where was backwards. So NK was following the manufacturer specs, but I'm not going to give them a pass because someone there needs to plug the instrument in and test it.
And nicely listed, yeah. Well,
No one did. They were like, "Oh, it's wired to spec. Send it."
Well, it's kind of like that Surfcaster, remember? It was backward.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, just FYI, guy, we did the Surfcaster and the switch seemed backwards to me. It was backwards, so he had to fix it.
And well, thankfully, I didn't have to unsolder or anything because it was just where it was twisted.
Yeah,
when
you
they
just
put it
had
in,
to turn it.
I just loosened pick guard and did that whole number. But I was like, really, seriously,
Oh my gosh. I guess the next thing, guys, is going to be pickup readings.
Yeah.
So let's plug this thing in and you can go through. You said it's got a blend?
Yes.
So I guess we'll just have to do bridge and then neck, and you can switch it between active and passive on each one. But hopefully this will plug in.
And just one other thing with the fit and finish. That's the other thing I noticed with this pick guard is it kind of bumps up right here. So it doesn't really set flush there. Wants to.
Yep.
But that could also be because of that shim they have in here too, maybe interrupting it. Who knows?
Yeah. Right here, I did notice the shim abruptly stopped.
Yeah.
So you could go in with a real sharp chisel and just stop right past the screw and peel this off. This little one over here, I think there was a little piece over here. You could probably go in and just clean that one up.
And just be done with it.
Yeah.
All right.
Hopefully this will plug in. Oh, yeah.
Sweet.
So you're going to have to work your magic. And so what we need is the bridge. And I know nothing about bass pickup readings, guys. So you want to do active or passive first?
Let's do passive. Let's get that out of the way. I'll make sure everything
Okay.
here's at noon, just to make sure nothing interferes. Since it's passive, I am going to turn that up. Make sure the volume's all the way up. There we go. And now we're fully on bridge.
Okay, in the bridge, 20K ohm, we have 8.87. Now, before you switch, we want to check inductance and Henry's. If you live across the pond, that's 4.59. So let's go up to our neck.
There we go.
So in the neck position at 20K ohm, we have 8.71. Henry's and inductance, we have 4.56. Okay, I guess now we'll do it all over again in active mode.
All right, here's bridge. And let me put this at 0. There we go. There's bridge and active. 1. I like it.
Well, that's going to make me think that it's reading strange on that. It just says 1 in active mode.
Oh boy, let's see what the neck gives us.
It just says 1.
Yes.
So if someone wants to educate this guy on why this one's just reading 1, let's change some knobs. See if we... No, nothing we do. I've heard something about that on certain active electronics. And I don't remember what I was told. Yep, we just get a 1 in active mode. So,
So it's not wanting to read whatever we're trying to get it to read.
yeah. All right, those are our pickup readings. And I want some comments in the video section on active on this type system while we're getting that in active mode. Okay.
Beretta Vandy said operator error.
It might be operator error. You could be exactly right.
And just real quick while we're talking about the electronics, so with this bridge that we see, it's 4 separate bridge parts. And there's a specific name for these, and I can't think of it off the top of my head. However, the thing to keep in mind that each one of these bridges has a ground wire running to them.
Ike says you can't read resistance in active mode.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense. Okay.
So with that being said, if you get any kind of like weird ground issues, first thing I would test is to make sure that these are grounded. Because I've just worked on a bass, a 5-string SR series, and 4 of the 5 were not grounded. at all. So I had to pull each one, relocate the wire, reset the bridge, and that fixed the issue. But still, that's something to keep in mind with these.
Devastator said the circuit is absorbing the current. What is that buzzing?
That's what we're trying to figure out. It just started. We've all of a sudden gotten a buzz. It's in your mic.
It's your fault. Oh, her mic. Okay.
It's your mic, hon.
Well, I don't know what you want me to do about it.
There it
Oh,
is.
there it is.
Oh, yeah.
Is that better?
I think your cord is dying.
Yeah, it is.
We have a bad cord.
Every time I touch it, it buzzes.
That are
Yep.
bees.
Then don't touch it.
I'm going to touch it through the whole stream.
Yep, we got a bad cord. So
Nice.
things don't last forever. I guess next is going to be next specs.
All right.
So next specifications.
Ike said resistance is measured in a circuit without power, voltage, or current.
Right, and
He's
we've got voltage.
He's a tech.
Cool. All right. So going, I guess we can start. Yeah, your cord is like all of a sudden fried.
I'm trying to put it so it stops.
Yep. During break, we're gonna have to switch our cord. We have a cord failure.
Have mercy, I gotta hold it here so it doesn't buzz.
Sweet relief.
I guess the first thing we can do is check the frets for level.
All right.
Now, I don't know. This fret rocker might not. Oh yeah.
Yeah, she'll get it.
She'll get her done. So I'm gonna let Brian do the fret check. And while we're doing that, I am going to, well, actually, your cable runs in back behind the wing. So we will not be replacing her cable tonight because I have to pull the rack and everything out to do it.
I mean, she's got to hold the cable the whole time.
She's going to sit there and put it in her mouth, and she's got to hold with her hand just like this.
It'll be a shocking experience.
That's right.
Still waiting.
Hold on, honey. Let me turn on the what do they call that when you get the phantom power on that microphone? Mm-hmm. Yeah, give her a little bit more of a shocking experience. Mm-hmm. I think phantom power is on. Let me double check Linnell's mic. Yes, you have 48-volt phantom power on that microphone, so be careful with that cord in your mouth.
That'll be spicy.
Blow the teeth out of your nostrils. Man.
Oh my gosh. Who needs Saturday Night Live when you got Thursday Night Live reviews?
All right. See if we're... There we go.
So far, so good, evidently.
Yeah. Nothing yet. Okay. Yeah, come on. Way up. You gonna give me anything? Anything? As soon as I say that, it's going.
Guys, it's called a fret rocker. You rock it. Not to beat a dead horse, but if you're watching a YouTube channel and he's putting that fret rocker on, he's going like this, you might as well just watch it for entertainment purposes only, if I can speak. It's called a fret rocker, not a fret slider. You have to apply pressure back and forth on the tool.
There we go. Yeah, right. Let's check our frets.
You know, when I check the frets, I can also tell about the polishing because the fret slider on a highly polished fret, it's like all over the guitar neck.
Yeah, it wants to slide everywhere.
Yeah, you can really feel a highly polished fret.
You don't have all that friction. Just very slightly there.
Just a little bit right there?
Yeah, on the 17th. Just,
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. little bit there.
Is that same fret?
Yeah. Yeah. You're going to meet Mr. Hammer later.
Yeah, I hear it.
Yeah, just a little bit. A hair there. 18th. Huh.
So you had some right there.
Mm-hmm.
Move back to that other spot. Set rocking there.
Just a little bit, yeah.
Now move it back.
Yeah, it's rocking there too.
Oh, we got just a little bit of a low fret.
All right. Moving on. Make me proud. Who cares about up here? Basses don't need to be up here. This is the money spot. That's where you make your money. You don't make no money up here. Unless you're last click.
You don't like playing NBA Mountain bass?
I talk that crap, but I play up here. I'm just. But yeah, I make that joke just a little bit there.
So it's three little teeny weeny spots.
Yeah. Yeah, for right there.
Yeah, exact same fret.
See if I can cover it. Okay, we're good. So that means that's a high fret.
How small again, Avery?
It's just teeny weeny.
All right, well, we are good.
I didn't hear the other spots that you claim were, but I did hear that one fret. I could hear it.
Yeah, I could barely
So
just feel them.
The other ones must have been just
Yeah, it's just a little.
barely there.
Okay, I'll take that.
So we do have one low fret in dead center, because when you put the tool between three and it rocks, if you move it forward or back one, it rocks again. That means there's one fret's cut just a little low, but it's not bad.
That makes
I
me
could
proud.
hear it. Okay, I guess next you can tell everyone what the action is that you've set it to your preferred and what you think it came from the factory at. Did you raise it or lower it?
I took it down.
You took it down a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit. It was reading. I take my measurements at the 13th fret, and reason being is because a lot of times the fall away starts at the 14th.
You just want to be different.
Yeah, and I try to be different, you know. So 12th, 13th, 17th, I don't care where you take it, you know. But I do mine here at the 13th.
I start my fall off on the first fret.
Oh, nice. I'd love to see. It's fretless by the time it gets to here.
Right, yeah, it's
There's
just-
nothing there.
That's how I get those squeals. I just
Digging into wood. It's shaping the wood.
oh my gosh, people
Brett-
are never going to tune into this channel ever again.
Brett of
that's right.
Vandy said, I want to see Brian play Megadeth, Peace Cells, or Queen Under Pressure later.
He can probably pull that kind of stuff off. I don't know.
He sells. I played that years ago. I can't remember how it goes.
Ike said, remember, a good bass player will always have a job.
You're
Yes.
right.
Yes.
And Mikey said, straight edge.
It's pretty straight.
Oh, the neck. So I set my relief. My personal relief is at 10th thou, and I do that, and I'll just use this as a straight edge from first to last fret. So that tells you how straight I like my bass necks.
Holy mackerel.
Yeah, I usually set them about around 10 thousandths. If I want to push fade a little bit, I might go with 8, but it's rare. It just depends on what
That's pretty
instrument I'm in.
straight for a
Yeah.
bass, because the bass string really has a lot of
Yeah.
movement back and forth.
And if I was a heavier handed guy, obviously I would need more, some more relief, but I can get away with that.
Well, that's the whole part in the setup. You set it up to your playing style and your preference.
Warheart had said, finally, a bass. It looks awesome.
We did a bass. Well, we did a bass and a bass amp kind of review the other week. But we haven't really reviewed it. We just kind of played it through Linnell's new amp.
Okay, going with metric. Now this is at the 13th fret.
Tin Roaches said, shouldn't you have straightened the neck before using the fret rocker, or did I miss that?
Okay, a lot of people say that the neck has to be perfectly straight, but this is about 2.5 inches. Okay, the what is this? 30. 6-inch scale length, 35?
35, I believe.
It's a 35 inch and 35 inches. So if I'm off 1/1000th of an inch here, okay? Just 1/1000th in that length. He's saying he's setting at 10 thousandths, okay? At 10 thousandths at 35 inches, what's that translate to in this? The fret rocker's not going to detect it. Unless it's like really bad, it's not going to affect it. Trust me.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Usually it's not too bad. Now, before I started doing any kind of fret work, obviously I'd have that neck as straight as it possibly would get before I would start sanding down any material or whatever the case may be. But as far as just kind of checking and getting an idea, yeah, that's good enough.
And how if you're going to level your frets, you can use a grooved straight edge that's designed for the frets. You can get it close, tape off your fretboard, take a Sharpie, put black marks on all the frets. When you lay your tool on the frets with the sandpaper, do one very light pass. Don't put any weight and just move the tool back and forth and look at the frets. If it's only hitting here and here, that means, okay, there could be two possibilities. You didn't get the neck straight based off the wood, or they've sanded and crowned the fret, someone before you, level without the neck being straight. You can have the wood part of the neck with relief and the fret still be straight. Does that kind of make sense? So always double check, like he was saying, before you start leveling your frets, see how it's lining up. You know, if you get it to where it's hitting most of the frets, go back and double check your neck again and see if it's actually reading straight. If you're holding it up and looking at light, you can get it close, if that makes sense. Does that am I explaining that?
Yeah, I believe
decently?
so. And I was going to say, and since we get to talk about this little bitty for a second, it's I love it when you see all these YouTube videos of guys doing like fret leveling and such, and it's so smooth and easy. It's not always like that. So when I use it, when I say get the neck as straight as possible, sometimes these will not go perfectly straight.
Right.
If there's any weird humps in the fingerboard, any oddities in the fingerboard from whether manufacturing or just wood doing what wood does, you might find that when you're going over with the leveling beam that you may be hitting through here, none through here, hitting here, maybe none through here. It might be a little odd. And, you know, depending on how bad that is, sometimes it's best just to pull the frets, replane the board, and stick new ones in there.
Mark says, who makes a better bass, Ibanez or ESP?
I'm biased. I like them both. That's I personally like Ibanez better because of the feel, but ESP makes some pretty badass bass guitars. I ain't gonna lie.
My opinion on that would be they're both great. It's going to be what bonds, what you bond with better.
Yeah.
You buy this Ibanez or an ESP, both are great instruments. You know, they're going to sound a little different. They're going to have a little bit different feel. You buy the one that fits your playing style. That's what I'll say on that.
Exactly.
It's not like you're comparing this to a K or an ESP to a K guitar, if that makes sense. There's a difference in quality, but these are they're both quality instruments.
Yeah, I agree highly on that.
Yeah.
That's,
All right, we interrupted your action height.
That's not a problem. So everybody does this different. Some people keep it at first fret, some people don't. I do. It's just what I do and how I do it. So if you don't do it that way, that's fine too. So metric first. Depressing the first fret on the bass E string or the 4th string, I'm at 1.5 millimeters at the 13th fret.
Wow.
So when I let off my little digit here off of here, I'm just barely at 1.75. Going to the 1st string, depressing here at the 1st fret, I'm at 1 1/4, 1.25, and when I let up, just barely above 1 1/4.
Wow.
Yeah. I live dangerously, man. All right, going to our thousandths. I wish I had my fancy tool here because I can tell you right now exactly where I set it. So, 13th fret, depressed, first fret. I'm at about 60 thousandths of an inch, maybe just a hair above on the 13th fret without my digit. Probably about 68 to 70 thou at the 13th fret. And moving to the first string. This one's hard to see. I'm at about just a little bit above 50 thou at the 13th fret. And of course, when I lift up on it, I'm still just a hair above 50 thou. So
Mikey said inches with question marks.
inches, that would translate to 16th of an inch.
He's probably used to not someone saying 50. So when he says 50 thousandths, that's going to be 0.05.
Oh, 0.05. Yeah, that's what you mean.
Yeah, 0.05.
Or if you want to get technical, that's 3/64 plus 2 to 3 thousandths of an inch.
Yeah. Yeah. There's so many different ways to read that, guys. I don't think anyone does inch like 60. I haven't seen anyone or make one of these in a fractional inch scale. To my knowledge, I haven't seen that. If someone knows that...
Let me say that again, if you don't mind.
The imperial?
Yeah.
If someone knows that someone makes an imperial one, I would be curious about that.
Mikey said 1 1/4 inch.
1 1/4, boy, that would be like that. Because you got 1 1/4 inch.
Yeah, so if we go by the fractions, which you have right here,
Okay.
that's cool. I didn't even see that. Yeah, so if I read it by this, I'm barely at a 4/64. And here...
Didn't even ever see that on that gauge. So never mind what I just said if you find one. This gauge already has it on it.
So this one here, yeah, 3/64. So...
Dude, I'm telling you, they don't make these two anymore. Fret Guru makes an XT model. If you can find the Fret Guru 2, metric and imperial, these are... I like Stumac, but this blows the Stumac one away.
Yeah, I like it because, I mean, of all the different readings and stuff, it even has the little slots there to read the heights of the frets.
Yeah, they're both, and they come with a little leather case. It's a shame they don't. I haven't seen them. They make the new XT version now. I think the only thing we have left, guys, after break is going to be intonation. We're going to check the intonation on it, and then he's going to do some jamming on this monstrosity. So when we come back from break, guys, we're going to plug this thing into the tuner. We're going to check the... Have you changed the intonation?
No.
Okay.
Recommended bass string brand.
I like Labella and Daddario. That's the two I mainly go with. Labella mostly on my Hofners. Of course, Daddario on...
Brett,
You're a Hofner guy.
I love Hofner.
Brett of Andy said, I've had action so high you could shove a beagle between the string and fretboard.
I didn't know where he was going with this. I thought he was talking like R action, from Planet. Never mind.
And, well, real
It's
quick,
a family channel, guys.
before I forget it does have Godo tuners.
Well, Godo goes right with that fast action.
Made in Japan. I was like, oh, I'm getting fancy.
Like a Japan.
Yeah.
I like Godo. I put Godos on most of my guitars. They're not stupid expensive like the Ratios, but they're always smooth. And I don't think I've ever had a Godo tuner fail. I'm trying to think. I don't think I have. They're just good priced and they're reliable.
I like them.
So that brings me up. Do you remember what the ratio is on those?
I don't.
You don't?
It didn't say.
Okay.
I mean, overall, it has a really good, smooth feel, but I just don't really...
So it's not so fast where you're kind of barely trying to tune it and it's jumping on the tuner?
Yeah, I don't have that issue.
Cool. Some brands, it's like 15 to 1. You barely touch it and it goes, what?
Yeah.
Especially if you got a strobe tuner, and then you're like, oh, you got to down tune, then go back up, and you're like, it's close enough.
Or if you try to down tune it doesn't do anything for a second. You're like, man, what the heck?
Kabink! That could be your nut cut.
If it goes kabink, it's definitely in the nut.
All right, guys, if you're familiar with the channel, we always take a 5-minute break. This is a good time for everyone to go down, hit the like button. I don't know how many people's in here, but we need at least that many likes. We're trying to grow the channel, so please tell your friends what we do here. Brian coming over every other week doing the stream. He's into it. It's about having fun. It's about sharing information, reviewing guitars. We want the channel to grow, and your all's input and coming in and doing it. It's what it's about. It really is. So please tell other people about the channel. We're not sponsored by any of these companies. So the reviews that we do here are just honest. We call a duck, if that makes sense.
Duck.
Yeah. Or a mallard.
I like it.
All right, guys. 5-minute break. When we come back, we'll check the intonation. We're going to plug this thing into Linnell's new Ampeg amp.
Yeah.
So we're not playing our guitar. We're going to play our amp.
Yeah.
All right, guys. 5 minutes, and we'll be right back. I got to make sure that, I'm just going to use this window for our 5-minute break. on the feed. Guys, we're having a little conversation. Everyone knows he works at Shenandoah Music, and there's a Schecter bass in there that I kind of like. And the behind the scenes was, as soon as I said, you know, I'm making payments on the guitar down there, and I told him, I said, well, talk to them, see if they'll hold it for me until I get the one out. And he was like, that Schecter, are you sure? And then out of the kitchen, I hear, the one with the blonde fingerboard? And I'm like, because she knows I usually don't keep anything with a maple fingerboard. And I don't know why.
It's maple.
But it's cool. Maple has a little bit brighter, and I'm not going down the tone whole thing. This is what I have found.
Incoming.
Oh,
The Cocos.
incoming Coco. Guys, this is what I have found. I don't want to go down the tone whole debate. But if I pick up a Fender Telecaster, this is the best guitar that I could think of. If I pick up the exact same model, one's a maple neck and one has a rosewood neck, the maple one will just be twangier.
Yeah, I get that.
I don't know why. The only difference is the neck. It just seems brighter and spankier.
Yeah, I hear that.
And I'm thinking about the bass. I don't like a boom. I don't like that low. I like a smacky bass. That boink, boink. You know
That one, I think, that Schecter, it has single coils in it, I believe. I think.
It's like seafoam green or something.
It's a real pretty color.
It's pretty.
But
and the neck is real bright on it. It's a pretty guitar.
I feel like it's got like a jazz bass, but
it is. It's very similar to a jazz bass.
The pickups doesn't have covers on them, so it has exposed pole pieces. And the guy that works there, his name's Alex, and he's a bass instructor. Might as well consider him a professional bassist. He plays with some big time jazz guys and stuff like that. And him and I had an interesting conversation because he was playing on that bass.
Oh, what do you think of it?
And he liked it. He's like, man, this is a nice bass. He goes, but I hate the fact that these pickups don't have covers on them. And I said, well, what does that matter? He's like, well, when you rest your thumb on it, it kind of digs in your thumb. I looked at him and I said, who the hell rests their thumb on anything when you're playing? And he looked at me and he goes, everybody.
I do.
You're going to be the first guy that doesn't. I do not rest my thumb on anything. I'm free float my hand.
Well, Fender, I've noticed it on some Fenders. They'll have it's like a bar right here with two screws. Mm-hmm. And it's like something to put your thumb on. Some basses have it, some basses don't. So I have a tendency of taking my thumb and, and I've got something to perch on. Mm-hmm. And you'll see me go back and forth.
And some folks do that, and like I say, there's nothing wrong with it. I was picking on him mostly because I'm like, dude, you're a professional bass player, and it's like that's the technique you chose. Because most of the guys, especially jazz guys, you don't play resting your thumb. Like, I'm not saying they all don't, but typically they will either rest their thumb. If they do rest their thumb, they will move down, rest their thumb like such, right?
Oh, okay.
And that's how they
mute as well.
So what I developed was what they call it's a hybrid style. And I went through that whole thing because to learn control, I would have to plant my thumb somewhere to get that control. But then I got to a point where I was like, well, instead of me always having to mute those unwanted vibrations with the left hand, I want it to focus on fretting. What I'll do is I'll use my thumb, I'll float it, it'll lay across the strings. So I'm not resting my hand, my thumb, I should say. And that's how I play.
Wicked Fester said my son is a bass player and he anchors his thumb on the pickup.
I see what he's doing. You can use it as a muting tool too.
Yep, and that's what I do. My thumb.
I really think that would screw me up brain-wise.
It takes a lot of practice to get that control to be able to do that. But the reason why I like it too is because if I want to, I can shift my hand, get more progressive, or get back in wherever I want.
Right.
Or get more boomy.
That's why I was telling you I'll shift to the other pickup, and a lot of times I'll shift crooked, and my thumb hits the side top of the pickup, and then my hand goes like that. But riding it on the string, as long as you're not playing it an open note, the string goes all the way across. There's nothing there to influence or stop your thumb from.
Now, what really got me into doing that was when I played 6-string bass. And yeah, try muting those unwanted vibrations with your left hand.
Ike said thumb placement on or above the pickup is pretty normal. Floating thumb is also popular.
Right.
Devastator said my Yamaha bass has thumb rests made into the pickups.
Yeah, I've seen those.
Yeah.
Brett of Andy said they actually make a thumb rest you can add to a bass.
It's funny you guys bring that up. When I bought my Squire custom shop, it come with a little plastic thing this big with 2 screws, but they didn't put it on the guitar. They gave you the option if you wanted to.
Now,
I never stuck it on there.
a fun fact about those, because they originally wasn't designed to be up here. Right? They're designed to be down here. And bass players back in the day would plant their fingers here onto that, and that gave them support. However that worked, whether they was doing this or, however their head
If I saw
positions
that,
were.
I'd scratch my head.
So-
What are they thinking about here?
Some bases you'll see where it's down here, and that's why, because folks would plant their finger on there to anchor, and they would pick with their thumb like that.
That would be another one that would really screw me up trying to figure out.
But this is just my opinion, having your hand to where you have to have it mounted somewhere in order to perform, to play the instrument, you're handicapping yourself. That's just always been my thoughts on it. And not only that, it's also
makes sense to me.
It's also bad for the angle of your wrist, because you have to turn your wrist in order to play. So that is where you get a lot of your carpal tunnel from.
Ike said you can also.
I got that.
You can also rest your thumb on the E string if you're playing higher strings.
Yeah, you can just plant there, and that's what I was saying. Some folks they'll just kind of go down the strings and just rest their thumb. Now that is more practical, and it's easier on the wrist, so you're not straining your wrist so much.
There you go. Now you got some.
And
now you got some tone.
Vox said I anchor my thumb on the edge of the ashtray base of my telly unless I'm hybrid picking.
But yeah, like I say, that's the biggest problem is with the wrist. So if you keep it on that pickup, I mean, you're just asking for carpal tunnel. So that's the other reason why I do this.
I'm trying to get you so you're not overmodulated there. All right, we are going to now do intonation, guys. It is intonation time.
Instonation.
And like I said, I'm going to change the yellow to black, hopefully. All right, the tuner is up.
Annoying Critics said they do make felt picks.
Oh, you're tuned half step down.
Yes.
Okay, do you want to check the intonation half step down?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we are going to change camera angles because the tuner's right here.
Did you hear what I said?
No.
I said Annoying Critics said they do make felt picks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had one that was made out of like this fuzzy solid material, and after a month, the whole end of the pick looked like it was like blown apart, and I'm like, but it didn't sound like a pick, and it didn't sound like your thumb. It was like a muted, it was kind of cool.
The felt pick is, I know in the store we carry those as well, but they market them as ukulele picks.
Ukulele picks.
Which I'm like, well, okay. But
she was looking at ukuleles.
and I kind of was tempted because, I heard about, bass players using the felt pick, so that way you still kind of get that tone, while using the pick.
I told her when she was looking at the ukulele, she could get one if she got one with EMGs.
I plucked on it. I was like, ooh, I should get one.
I said the only thing, it's got to have EMGs.
It's got to have the EMGs.
Yeah, it's got to have EMG 89. I mean, that's just me. All right, we're going to check intonation, so we're going to switch cameras. So right here we have our tuner, and he is tuned to half step down.
No, I did not touch the intonation on this thing.
Well, that's spot on.
Let's get it.
That's a little flat.
Steve said, intonating a guitar tech's bass, one would assume that it's been intonated already, unless it was screwed up on purpose.
He's calling back to the other videos.
No, he hasn't touched it. This is intonation was set from the factory.
Slightly sharp.
That's pretty good though.
Wow, that's way out. No.
Ha!
Of course, whenever I check intonation, I always do it playing position.
It really doesn't matter as long as you tune it in the laying down position. If you tune, I've shown this on the stream. We tune the guitar laying down, check the intonation. When you pick it up, it's a little flat. When you check the intonation here, the rotation will be the same.
Devastator said, well,
It's relative
well, you'd
to its position.
I get what you're saying.
well, you'd think a Guitar Channel guy could fix a floating pickup screw too, but you know.
Hey, it fixed itself. I love my Schecter, and that's the only issue it had. When you play it,
Oh, yeah.
the pickup would raise up and start touching the... I'm just going to take the pickup out and drop a little CA glue down in the hole and put the screws back in it.
I'd say that's close enough for rock and roll.
Okay. So guess what time it is now that we've checked the intonation? What time is it?
Oh.
It's demo time.
Demo
I
time.
just wanted to push the button, man. All right. Now you guys get to hear a real demonstration with a real bass player playing a real bass, and not a guitar player doing it. You got a lot of controls there.
I'm going to start with passive. So we're fully on the neck pickup. There we go. Make sure everything's up. And make sure my tone's there. There we go. Okay.
I'm going to turn you down a little bit. I think you're gained up a little high. So is that active or passive?
That's passive at the neck.
Passive neck.
So we're going to put both of them on. Okay, now the bridge.
Devastator said, slap at a bass, man.
Slap of the bass. Wait a minute.
Might have to turn him down a little bit if he's going to slap bass.
I don't think I like that. Might sound better in the active position. Let's see. Well, this is still, yeah, we go. Let's keep it in passive. Not bad.
Steve says, Brian, what's your go-to bass effects?
I like a little bit of chorus and compression. Good old compressor.
You like some compression, huh?
Yeah. I don't use a lot of overdrive. I don't really use much of anything else.
So, threshold. Where do you like your threshold? Attack.
Ike said, scoop that mid.
Scoop that mid. Let's see here.
we are getting an interference. We have room mics. So I am going to turn off the room mics just so you hear the bass. You can hear the difference with the room mics. I'm going to play with the room mics. All right, try it right there.
Right now we're still in, we're actually in the active mode. There we go. So let me do this actually. Where are you at?
Turn everybody back up. Oh, you're going to play again.
There we go. Everything's at 12 o'clock right now. So I guess we can go ahead and go through the active. So this is going to be the neck and active. Everything at 12 o'clock, including the amp, including the preamp. Both pickups.
Trying to dial you in the best I can.
That's okay, I get it. This is just bridge. Anyways, that's rich.
Annoying Critic says really sounds great. Balanced, not muddy.
Yeah, the problem, we have an amp in the room, so these microphones are influencing it. So when we go to talk, I've got to turn the mics up, and then when he goes to play, I got to turn them back down. So you're just getting, we're putting a little bit of the room mic in it,
Samantha
but
said
we're also getting the DI sound.
Samantha said play my song.
Oh,
which one's that?
Players. Oh, now I don't know what she was talking about earlier, but I'm pretty sure you're going to be in for it when you get home.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
Especially now.
Which one's she talking about? This is a bass. It's not a guitar. Oh, wait a minute.
He's going to start playing the final countdown any second. It's the final countdown.
This will keep me off the couch.
She said divorce.
Hey, if you knew that song, it should keep me off the couch.
Hopefully that was the right song.
It's not.
It's not.
But it's my girl.
Oh my gosh. I like that.
Samantha said don't come home if you don't know, LOL.
Oh.
I don't know what song on the bass she's talking about. That's the bad part. So now, if it's guitar, I know which one she's talking about.
I'm not saying a word.
Penagor.
Samantha, I'm not even in this one.
Penagor said R.I.P. Brian. Samantha said nope. LOL.
Well, it's been good. It's been good while it lasted, folks. So, if you don't see me,
Hope you got enough gas to run the air conditioner in that car all night.
I'm going to stop and fill up. Oh, man. I'll just drive around with the windows down. Oh.
Yeah, I like the sound. Whatever the sound position you were just in when you were doing that My Girl, that sounded really good.
Wicked Fester said, with the finish on the bass, how will Avery's RGA look alongside it?
It looked badass.
My RGA's in the room in the case. We're not really set up for that, guys. We actually have him plugged into a separate channel, and we're still buying stuff. So believe it or not, I would have to get a guitar cord and run into the Line 6 and do some other things.
I think they were just talking about it being beside it to see what they look like.
See if they're mates.
Yeah, I don't have none of our RGAs are out, if that makes sense. I got the only guitars I have out here is my Sire, and I have my yellow Telecaster out here.
And
The rest of the guitars in this room are Linnell's.
Jupiter said, Avery, do you have a spare room?
You know what? Let me just go ahead and do this, and I don't have to plug into an amp. I'll get close enough to a microphone. Let's stay out of the doghouse, shall we? Can I? Is that what's in standard tuning in here? Is there anything?
I don't have the.
That's
HX
okay. I just
sound.
wanted acoustic. I was going to play it acoustic.
I don't even have an acoustic up here.
No, I'm talking about acoustically. Let the mic pick it up. It'll make her happy.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And if she can't hear it, it's her own fault. She can't say I didn't try.
Here you can play the mustard guitar.
And just for everybody to know that I really want the bass. The siren
He's
bass.
all about the bass. I think you're on. Yeah, you're on this one.
Wicked Fester said, get the Sire out and put mustard on the bass.
I'm turning the volume up like it's plugged in.
Yeah.
All right, can you hear that, Samantha? You still with us?
Hey, that's a good song.
Turn that car around. I don't know the lyrics.
She said yes.
There we go. Now I'm out of the doghouse. Thank you,
Well,
Avery.
you know the roots. Just play the roots.
Hey, well, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. Just play the roots.
She just said thanks, babe.
You're welcome. See, guys, I guess I will see you again.
See, what was that? D? Or no, it was G.
It's F sharp.
Oh, F sharp. Right?
Yeah, F sharp major, then it goes to B, and then C sharp. It's just a like a 5-bar blues thing. Well, 12-bar blues, I mean.
It's just a half step down.
Anyways, that's all it is. 3 chords. Great song, though.
I like that. We may have to learn that one. All right, guys. Does anyone have any questions about this particular instrument? That's the thing. We're here to kind of, if you're thinking about purchasing one or watch the review and you want a little more information, we're here right now. Please put a comment in the chat if there's something that you feel we might be able to answer, since the bass is right here, that we may have missed. If there's nothing else to it, and everyone's happy, I think we did a pretty thorough review of this bass. I personally like it.
Yeah, Beretta Vandy said, speaking of blues, Frank Beard passed away.
Yeah.
Can I? I'm not a bass player, but I'd love to play it. I haven't been able to play it yet.
And you was talking about that setup.
Yeah.
As far as the sound goes, only thing I do is back off the neck just a little bit. And
So you're just kind of warming it up a little bit with the neck.
well, no, I'm taking some of the neck out and giving a little bit more bridge. Gives it a little more bite.
A little bit more bite.
Sounds good too if you're playing with a pick.
Annoying Critic said, isn't it too expensive?
This is a pretty expensive bass for me.
Hell, it's for me too. So to bring up the attention, I was talking about earlier about the plucking hand and that carpal tunnel deal. You see how that's bent? Yeah. That's how you mess that hand up. Money. Don't sue us, Pink Floyd. We ain't got nothing.
It plays. I think it's the strings. My strings on my bass are so old. These just feel like someone put butter on them.
Michael said, what scale is that? Sorry, I got here late.
I want to say it's a 34, if I remember correctly. I think it's a 34 inch.
And Ike said, nice job, guys, from a bass player and tech.
This is a. I really need to.
Michael said the neck just looks really long.
It does.
I'm not having an issue with it. This right here is a little bit of a stretch, but I don't play a lot of bass.
And Ike said yes, 34 inch.
Yeah, I don't play a lot of bass, but on money, I'm shifting my hand. If you watch my thumb.
Well, you actually have that technique right, because with the other rule of bass guitars, you don't stretch your hand. You're supposed to shift your hand. It's effortless.
Let him play my little baby one.
Oh,
the little guy.
The little guy.
I like the little guy.
Oh, this is going off the rails real quick. It's in the box, honey, all wrapped up.
Will you want me to go get it?
No, it's right there. I can see it.
Well,
you want him to play the little bass?
yeah, let him play the little baby one.
Okay. Let's mute. Hold on for a second, guys.
Wicked Fester said to add to the carpal tunnel, you need to hang the bass down to your knees.
Yes.
Your knees as well.
Yes.
Actually, it's not in here.
Oh, checking back my car. You might find it there.
There was a box in on the bed, isn't it in that one?
Yeah, I watch like with Metallica, Robert Trujillo, I think. I might be enunciating his last name incorrectly, but every time I watch him play, I'm like, how is he still physically capable? How's his hands not so tore up?
It's Ibanez night.
Yeah, it is. I love it. It's a good night.
So here's another Ibanez bass. And guys, you'll be able to actually hear what this bass sounds like. I think we've got when I did the first video on it, I had issues trying to figure out the settings. So hopefully we'll get a little bit better sound out of it this time.
It's the baby.
Still got the plastic on the pickups.
Mm-hmm.
I know, that's probably messing up the sound. Let's peel it off. That's why, right there. Okay. That was Linnell's job. She didn't even peel the plastic off.
I know.
All right, folks, listen close.
Oh, that's refreshing. Brand new. All right.
Okay, so we have a master volume for the P-Bass style pickups. We got one here for the J. And that's our tone. So what I'm going to do is, like I always do,
And we definitely got to cut that down.
that sucker.
It's punchy. There we go.
Drop D. Can't hear my note. I was gonna say I'm an F. There we go. Oh, you're half step down. You're everywhere. Hold on. What tuning do you want this in?
You can turn the half step down.
Alright. Right now Linnell's like, no. Stop.
Maybe that's why my chording sounded so weird. I tune things sometimes to weird tunings. I may have did that review in a weird tuning.
Kurt said, give it all the gain and whip out space trucking, Deep Purple.
Yeah, nice. Turn that.
So if you don't know, this is the Ibanez Micro. It's a 28.5 inch scale length.
It's nice bass. I like
Little Geddy Lee.
it. Yeah. I ain't played that song in years. Strings are a little sticky.
I have done nothing to it.
Yeah. Whatever. Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I know it's is it minor major? Doesn't sound right. There it is. There we go.
There you go.
Ike said that bass is intended for shorter/smaller persons that want to play bass. Great job on marketing for Ibanez.
All right, I'm gonna punch up the microphones. That literally, I did finally realize that when I did the review on best budget bass and amp, these microphones were really messing up the audio. So what I was doing there when you were listening, I was really bringing those way down, and you're getting the direct feed from the direct ID box feed from the amplifier. But you were saying that you really like the Ampeg, the small Ampeg amps.
I really do, and I will say that what I'm hearing in here, it doesn't do it justice. Does that make sense? So when
you're getting a blend.
Yeah.
So if I'm going to turn our mics completely off, and I'm going to adjust the volume. Now she has an open mic in the kitchen too. So what you're going to hear is the direct out feed from the Ampeg. All right. Sorry, guys. I had that one mute.
So, like, when he played it earlier, when you turned the mics off, they couldn't hear anything.
Right. I had it wrong, guys. Believe it or not, I love the new system. There, you can ask Brian. There's a lot of stuff going on over here.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. It's like
and-
Christmas.
There's a lot of blinky things and a lot of switches. So that was what you just heard is the direct feed from the Ampeg on the little one. So let's plug in your bass. And
There's a VH5150 says, "Hey Brian, any Primus?"
A little bit.
Primus.
Not a lot because the one Jerry was a race car driver is a song I'm probably gonna start working on, and it requires two-hand tapping. It's crazy. So I'm getting ready to take some lessons on some two-hand tapping to see if I can, because I want to get the technique. Yeah, because I suck at the two-hand tapping deal. So I'm gonna take some lessons on that, see if I can get better with that, so I can at least pull off the intro. Just to be that guy. It's like, oh yeah, you can play that, watch this. You know, I'll never be able to play it, but still.
And
Hey, man,
Jit,
you'll get something out of it.
Jit-
When you work through it, you'll get something.
Jit Boy said he just bought the red one, but bigger version. Great bass, used it Wednesday on tracks.
I noticed that in your stream because Linnell saw it, and I said, he's got the micro bass just like we got. And I'm looking at it. She goes, yeah, it's I said, no, that's the full size. I had no idea they make that exact same bass in the 34.
Oh yeah.
It's identical.
These
I
to
thought it
be
was cool.
they're really fun to play. Like for me, here's what they're really good for. One, if you're a guitarist and you want to transition to bass, this is a good way to start. So you're not killing
I
your
think
arm.
it's comfy.
Yeah, it's really comfortable. Of course, you know, beginners. It's great for beginners. For me, it's like the perfect little couch bass. So if I'm just sitting there, if I just want to pluck around, it'd be great for that.
I need a couch bass, honey.
Yeah, right. But I don't know. It's one of those things that's, you know, everybody that watches this and knows me, I'll gig anything. I don't care. I'll play whatever on stage as long as it makes sound.
Well, look at my mustard guitar.
My poor little arms are so short, I can't play a full size bass.
Well, then you have that too. You know, I've met folks that are, you know, tiny. So it's like you don't want to throw this at them because, I mean, they're going to be shifting all over the place and it's going to be horrible. So it's a horrible experience.
All right, guys, we're going to try this bass. I'm going to cut the microphones off. Everything you're about to hear is the direct ID box from the Ampeg to the console.
And I'm going to put this in passive mode too,
Okay.
just because why not?
All right, that was the bass through the ID box. Now we're going to do a little experiment. We're going to try to do a blend. I'm going to bring the ID box down, and we're going to use the two overheads and kind of do a blend. This is just how you thicken your sound. Sometimes you can get a good sound. Sometimes it makes it worse. Do some experimenting. That's what we're going to do right now. I'm going to bring down the two room mics and let him play. So that's a little bit of the room mic. Little bit of the room mic. All right, bringing the mics back up. So basically, I'm cutting them down to about -7 dB, and the other one is at -7 as well. But the input gains are different, if that makes sense. So it's more than just the sliders; it's how much input gain you put on the channel.
Mike said pick with mics need a bit of mid cut.
Yeah, these microphones are for our vocals. So this mic and this mic has a low cut and a high cut on both of them. That's why you're hearing a mid cut, because I've cut the low and I've cut the high.
Annoying Critic said I think the room mic is better.
Yeah, it's all personal taste, guys. That's why I was kind of showing you the ID box versus, but this amp you could definitely gig with small places. It's loud enough in the room to hear it when you're playing with other people. Then you go right out of the back, right out of the back of the unit, direct to the PA, and that's going to offset it being a smaller amp. But I think you could do it as long as there's a PA system. You could do it.
Yeah, you can do it, especially small venues and such. You can easily do it, as long as you don't have like guitars that have 100 like watt tube heads, and you got 2 or 3 guys you have to compete against.
I don't have that. I've got 250-watt channels.
There you go. But yeah, that's usually the rule of thumb, how I was always told anyway. So
guitar players never play loud, man.
Yeah, right.
Lead players play their 30-second lead and they stop.
The biggest problem I've always had with bands, playing them or whatever, and I'm sure everybody can relate, but it's always like that competition of volume on stage. But what a lot of people don't realize is that your stage volume is supposed to be quieter than what comes out of the PA system. That's how you get a nice clean sound from the band. If you're not, you're going to sound like a mess.
It's just supposed to be so you can hear it and not get lost. And really, even when you get in bigger venues, your floor monitor should be where your sound is coming from, because you should go to the sound guy and say, I need to hear my amp and whatever else you need, whether it's the vocals or the drums. Every musician's going to want something different. If your amp is right next to you and all you hear is your amp, you can go to the sound guy, man, I can't hear the bass player, and he's got the bass player cranking in your floor monitor and you still can't hear him. That's a pretty good indication that you need to turn your amplifier down a little bit on the stage, so your monitor in front of you can do its job.
Yeah.
Because I played with the bass player and his amp was right next to mine. I could not hear my amp.
Yeah.
Couldn't hear it. Just a big Ampeg stack that he had. And I'm like, it would blow the windows out of any place. It was awesome. But my God, was it loud.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's overkill is what it is.
But it was awesome.
Overkill.
It was awesome.
But man, it's because when you see these professional guys playing, now, of course, you talked about this with Geddy Lee,
Right.
They have, the makeshift wall of amps behind them, and if you go behind that, it's their little amp that's mic'd up, and that's what they're playing through,
Who was it? We were backstage. I'm pretty sure it was Slaughter. And the guitar player was like, well, there's my rig. And I'm looking at it, and I'm looking at this wall of Marshalls. Yeah. He's playing an ADA through a VHT, and I forget, it was an Esoteric or something, DSP-4, that he was getting his effects out of.
Yeah.
All the Marshalls were fake.
Yeah, a lot of empty cabs.
Yeah. He had one or two active cabs, and all the heads were empty, just shells.
Yeah.
But Marshall paid him.
Yeah.
But back behind all that, it was a VHT power amp, an ADA preamp, and I want to say it was an Esoteric DP4. I can't remember. I was probably drunk. All right, guys, if you would, please go down, hit the thumbs up button for us. We are just two guys. Well, he's a professional.
I ain't no professional.
He works on instruments all day. So music and instruments and setup, this is how he makes a living. I don't make a living doing it. I call that a professional. He puts food on his table by servicing instruments.
Yeah.
that makes him a professional. Me, I'm an AutoCAD guy, but I also service instruments, and I just love music. And I think you guys come here for that reason. We try to do honest reviews and just give you our opinion. And we're not always right, and sometimes we say the wrong thing or call something. We're not all that, if that makes sense. We're just here trying to give you decent information about products.
Not everybody knows everything.
And not giving you the spin, exactly. Not everyone knows everything.
Searching for Tone said 2 wild and crazy guys, and then Devastator said LOL Family Guy.
Well, no, it was 2 wild and crazy guys. Wasn't that Steve Martin? I'm pretty sure that was Steve Martin with the album with the bunny ears.
I think it was.
He goes, we can ask religious questions. Does the Pope shit in the woods? That was a funny album. If you don't know, it's Steve Martin. He's got these little bunny ears on. I'm pretty sure it was too wild. I'm pretty sure it was Steve Martin. All right, guys, thank you so much. Again, if you left us a super chat, that is what supports the channel. It allows us to buy instruments like we reviewed last night. Okay? That's what funds it. Okay?
Penagore said yes, Steve Martin.
Yeah, Steve Martin. But that's what funds our channel. You know, this is a small channel, and if you notice you got no ads, and believe it or not, I usually wait, well, until the video is pretty much dead to turn on ads. It's usually 2 or 3 days. So I try to turn them on when the chat window is available for someone to watch the video and pay attention to the chat. But we're really not dependent on ad revenue here. I kind of want it to be viewer sponsored. I think that keeps us honest, and that's the easiest way of being. I don't want Ibanez. Everyone, I don't want to be a hypocrite. Yeah. I think everyone has a dollar amount. As truthful and as honest as we could be, no matter who you are, if a company offered you enough money, would you go there? And I guess that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
But we're not like that. We're really not. We're trying to be honest. That way, people come here to watch us and these reviews for that reason.
And Brett of Andy said, by the way, Steve Martin is a killer banjo player.
Yeah, he is.
Yes, he is.
He's pretty good.
I didn't know that until it's been a long time ago. I saw this cat on stage playing. I'm saying, that guy looks like Steve Martin. And at the end, they're like, special thanks to Steve Martin. I'm like, freaking was Steve Martin.
Steve Martin.
Yeah, he's badass.
Here's a super chat from Devastator.
Oh, thank you very much, Devastator. All right, guys, don't forget, we have our open window chat for Saturday night. That's where we just kind of talk about whatever you guys want to talk about on Saturday night, and it's just going to be an open floor. We don't really have anything to review as of right now for Saturday night, so it'll just be our standard gear chat. And right now, I don't know what that's going to be, but it will be Saturday at 8. Again, thanks so much, guys, for coming in. We're going to go to our 5-minute ending window. Again, thank you so much. Hit the like button. If you haven't already, please subscribe. And leave some comments for this guy.
Yeah, I get lonely.
He's only here 2 times a month.
Jit Boy said shillers that get paid are sent ringer guitars handpicked.
Yeah,
they get selected guitars and stuff like that. They do.
And I think that's what would be my closing statement on there is, I don't care what name's on the headstock. It's got to be a good instrument. Now, I'm happy that this one is as great as it is.
I'm an S fanboy.
Yeah, and I'm really not. Now, Yamaha's different.
Girl in the kitchen.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, she's got like 6 freaking Ibanez's.
But it's, I believe in holding all companies accountable for whatever product they're producing. Like, even at the store, Fender, Ibanez, Schecter, Yamaha, Martin, I don't care who the hell they are. It is, if they're going to send something bad, then I'm going to say it. I don't care.
Well, I think you, the buyer, you have the power. If you purchase it and you don't take it back, that tells the bean counters one thing. We lowered our quality, we produced X amount of instruments, and we only had a 5% return.
Got a super chat from Annoying Critic.
Ooh, thank you, Annoying Critic. What does that tell that company? That they can cheat a little more.
Yeah.
So unless you return it or send them an email and tell them you're unhappy, they're going to keep. It's about making money.
Yep.
These companies are in business to make money. And I don't fault them. I went into business, why? To make more money.
Yep.
And you got to find that point where your quality and your time, where you could still make a living and the customer's happy. As long as you're not sending that guitar back and complaining, they're going to do this. You have the power as the consumer. Send it back. It's not going to happen overnight. But give it a couple quarters when they see these returns and they're like, why are we getting all these, we'll just say RGAs back? Well, we made this change and we cut our fret dressing time back. And our returns went up 20%. We need to go back. That's how you make a change. What was that?
Jip Boy said exactly. They sold their souls for $1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we do it at work, guys. I'm not innocent to it. When we manufacture something, I'm the first one to admit I'm very picky. That being said, I still need to eat. Okay? What is acceptable for what they're paying? That is the hardest thing being in business and manufacturing products.
We got a super chat from Pinagore, and he said Brian's witness protection program fund for the next time he can't play his woman's song.
Exactly. But that's really the hardest part, guys. And you can ask Linnell. Sometimes I come home and I'm just satisfied about what I had to do today. But at the same token, I'm employed by an employer to do X. And if I can't get that product out the door at an acceptable level, I'm replaceable. So I also have to think about my family. But Linnell will tell you, I will work over and clock out to make sure something is at least to the point where, okay, this is passable, the quality's there, and I know the company is not going to eat it. There's no money left to eat. So I will get through that job so the company makes it so we can move on to the next job. That's hard to do, and you can only do that so long.
Yeah.
Because if you keep doing it, eventually you get tired of eating beans.
Jip Boy said, yep, just be honest, no matter what the quality is, so people feel good about a purchase.
Exactly. And guys, I'm not taking up for anyone. Just try to understand there's employees at Ibanez. There's employees at Gibson. There's employees at Fender USA. It's not necessarily the corporate people. Yeah, I get it. But there's people like us that are just making a living working in these plants. And their boss is saying, good enough. You know, it's up to us, like I said, to return the instrument. Gibson, these companies, they want to make money. And they can't make money if you send it back.
And Ike said, first time here, lots of fun. I'm a guitar, bass, music geek, and nerd. Woo.
Well, you're going to fit right in here, buddy. I'm telling you.
Chief Joe said, beans are healthy, LOL, better than ramen,
Well,
ramen.
tell
however y'all
Linnell
say
that at about 2 o'clock in the morning.
Excuse me?
All right, guys. Thank you so much for coming in.
That means you get no more deviled eggs, mister.
Well, the deviled eggs are even worse than beans.
For you, yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right, guys. 5-minute ending window. I hope to see everyone Saturday night. Which one you want to do? We're going to do this one.